What's going on, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Welcome to our Fridays with Caroline and Nick. We're super excited to give out some leads today. Hello, welcome. Where's everybody from? Where do we have people from? Do we have anybody in the Phoenix market? There we go. Got some people coming in here. There we go. Cool. Where are you guys at? Where are you guys from? I'm going to catch up with you guys. We are actually currently, I don't know if you guys can see behind us, but it's really hard to see this Pace, and that's the mastermind going on. So Nick's wearing his dope mastermind hat. But yeah, so just want to introduce ourselves. Nick, do you want to tell everybody what you do?
So I actually run the joint venture department where we work with other wholesalers, people that are just starting out, whether they have an established business or going into new markets, and I help them find buyers.
Sweet. And then I actually am the one that sells our properties to our buyers. I have our relationships with our buyers. And we actually have a VA that we share together. And currently our VA is calling buyers in a market that we are trying to sell a property in and seeing if they're interested. What's going on? Hey, Jacob, what's up? Got some sub-2 people in here. We got some Philly people in here. Awesome. I know Jacob's in the Phoenix area, but welcome. So today, what is this? Is this our third or fourth live?
I think this is, our fourth.
Our fourth live. Wow, we're going steady.
I know.
It's been so long.
Love it. Everybody's digging it too.
Yeah. So guys, the main thing that we want to go through is, honestly, this is just Q&A. So what we're going to do is get your questions. Whoever asks the best questions today, we'll pull a live list for you from BatchLeads. It'll be 1,000 records. You can then skip trace it and call it, but we'll do that for you guys. So welcome. Hey, Facebook user, make sure that you go on that StreamYard link, click that so we can see your name. That way we can make sure that we get if you ask the best questions, we can get you hooked up here. There we go. Now we're getting a bunch of people in here in the chat. What's up? Colorado Springs. Love it. I was just talking about that. What's going on, guys? So really what I want to do is just get some questions in here. So if you guys can drop some questions in the chat. What's up, Liz? Drop some questions in the chat for us. We'd love to get started. But, one thing I actually want to ask you, Nick, because we've been kind of talking about how we automate our business now with Pace and Cody. Mm-hmm. What would you say is the first step to automating your business?
I would say the first step to automating your business is really just sitting down, writing a list of maybe 15 things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Things that have to be done but don't necessarily move the needle forward, right? Such as building out your buyers list, skip tracing, just any type of admin stuff like that. Comping is one of the biggest things that we're looking to delegate moving forward. But just creating a list of maybe 15 things and then set a goal for your first month to delegate those first 5 things to a virtual assistant. And then the goal should be within 90 days is to have all those admin tasks to be delegated.
That's huge. Honestly, if you guys can rewind this later and listen to what he just said, our goal is to be able to work 3 hours a day in our business and what we're doing so we can go do more fun things, so we can do more lives, so we can give back, so we can do meetups, so we can get involved in learning how to do the fix and flips on our own. So that is huge if you can automate that. So actually, we just started implementing Asana. If you guys are not using Asana, it's great. Nick was delegating some tasks to me. We kind of had things all together, but it's been huge for us. So communication, I think, is key. If you guys can see my hands. Communication is key, and then automating that business so you're not down and doing all the work yourself. You can have people helping you so you can go spend time with your family, go on vacation, and go hiking and not feel guilty because you feel like, oh my gosh, I have to manage everything. So that is really a huge tip that I want you guys to take note of. But here we have a good question here from Martin Spellin. So we're going to throw it up here for everybody. Do you guys know the best way to find out hedge funds property avatar minimums and what they are normally are? That is a great question, Martin. I'm going to say I have not dealt a lot with hedge funds. I would say a pro tip that I've heard is you should get a gold membership on LinkedIn and reach out to hedge funds from there and just kind of talk to them. I know that some hedge funds will purchase between 80 to 90% ARV because they want to put their cash in real estate. Mm-hmm. A big thing that Pace actually just mentioned earlier in the mastermind, what we've all heard before is, they're not making any more land, guys. So if you can get your money, especially with the way the inflation's going right now, if you can get your money into property, you're going to be a lot safer than if it's in that stock market. Now, also, I'm not a lawyer, so I just want to put that out there, but that's the best way to go. And that's why so many people, I think, what is it? The easiest way to get rich is investing in real estate. So I would just say have those conversations with them. Really, and it's just treat it like a buyer profile. Like, hey, where are you buying? What do you like to do? What is your return on investment? Things like that. Would you have anything to add, Nick?
Yeah, I mean, the best way is just to pick up the phone and call them, ask them, and don't solely focus on, like, when it comes to institutional buyers, we all know they pay more, right? We have iBuyers. There's a lot of big iBuyers here in town locally.
Mm-hmm.
You also have like private equity firms and then REITs. So I would just Google them, right? Like, for example, like hedge funds that buy real estate in Phoenix, or REITs that buy in Phoenix, or, private equity firms that buy in Phoenix. And you'll get a list of companies. Like, a lot of these big companies are mentioned in the news. And then what I would do, because instead of just calling them directly, I would call the realtor that represents them. Because there's always going to be a realtor that represents them when they purchase and when they sell. So I would make a relationship with the realtor, not with the actual hedge fund or private equity fund, because that's where your deals are going to be, they're constantly looking for deals for these firms.
Yes, great question. Let's get some more questions in the chat. I see a few people on here, you Facebook user. I see you said, hey guys, make sure if you're on Facebook, click that StreamYard link, and then we can see your name and we can throw you up here. But I'm going to drop really quickly in the chat. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link for you guys so you guys can come up here and ask a question with us. And we'll get you live on here with us. That'd be awesome. Okay, here's a great question from Justin. So Justin said, how do you all calculate repairs? Nick really taught me this. I'm going to let you take it away, let you have your shine.
Sure. Yeah, what I do is I feel like the most efficient way is to do like a price per square foot. So here in Phoenix, and it really is the same in most of the markets that we're in that are very similar to Phoenix. So what we do is just a price per square foot, but we always overestimate, and we're a little bit conservative on our renovation estimate. So for example, anything that's cosmetic, it might be $15 to $20 a square foot, maybe just paint, carpet, light rehab, anything that's a little bit more, like it needs to be fully updated. I would do like 25 to 30 a square foot. And then, anything that's huge, full renovation, I would do like 50 to 60 a square foot.
Exactly. Yeah. So let me see actually if I can share the screen for you guys. I'm going to pull up an entirely new thing just so we're all on the same page and everybody can understand. Because I'm a big visual person. So talking through it's one thing. I will go in one ear and out the other. I want to make sure that everybody kind of understands this. And I've had Nick actually go through a whiteboard session with me. If you guys, first of all, if you're on the creative financing page and you ever see Nick drop down a is it Calendly?
Yeah.
If you ever see him drop down a Calendly, I'm going to mess it up. Drop down that link, get in there immediately and use him. He's giving out free time. He's super knowledgeable. I mean, he has learned a ton of stuff from Pace and Cody. If he ever does that and he gives out free time, that is worth $1,000 an hour. You got more, probably $30,000 an hour. This guy has, how many books have you read? He's showed me his Google Drive. He's got 200 books in there. This dude knows a ton of stuff. So if he ever gives out time like that, jump on there and have questions prepared because super knowledgeable. But what I want to do here is share this for everybody so you guys can see. So I'm going to share the screen just so you guys see what I'm talking about. So I just pulled up a Google Doc right here. Okay. So what we were saying, say we comp conservatively. So here in Phoenix, when we look at something I just need some paint and carpet, we'll say it's $15 a square foot. So $15 per square foot. Okay. And then we'll multiply it by the square footage. Square footage. Okay. So say, and that's 15. It can go up from there. So you can go from 15 to maybe even something super big, $50 a square foot. These are the conversations that you're going to have with your buyers to kind of understand. If you're new to this, if there's mold, if there's some fire damage, everything's going to vary. So have those conversations with your buyers. So when you look at this, you can understand, you can know oh my gosh, this is going to be, it's going to need a new roof. I'm going to have to do the kitchen again. This is probably going to be a $25 a square foot, maybe $30 in my market. It can go up to 50. It just depends on what style house you have. So I'll put the dollar sign on here just so you guys can see. Now, we're going to just go here off of, let's just say it's a 1,200 square foot house, okay? Square foot. And then you're going to multiply that by, let's just go off of $20 a square foot, okay? So I'm going to pull up a calculator just so you guys can see that too. You have a calculator on here, Nick? I want to do it so everybody can see. Let's do.
Go to the bottom.
Okay. Let me see. I'm actually going to switch it over here so I can share my entire screen with you guys. I'm getting the hang of all this. Here we go. Let's go. Share your entire screen. Ready for Inception, guys? Da, 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 da. You can see us all the time. Okay. So now what we're going to do, there it is. There we go. So, calculator. So what did I say? 15 or 1,200 square feet. All you're going to do, and then we're going to multiply it by 20. Okay? So now you've gotten our rehab cost is $2,400 or $24,000, excuse me. So here we are, equals $24,000. Uh-oh, did this freeze on me? Let's see, equals 24. Okay. All right. I hope that is helpful. Let me know if that's helpful in the chat, guys. Can you tell me, was that beneficial to you guys? Was that helpful right there? Can I see some yeses or nos in here? New comments. Let's check it out. Are you on 5G or?
Yeah, I'm on the 5G.
Okay, cool. Cool. Well, we will let this load. Make sure that we're coming in here. Okay, great. So I hope that was helpful, Justin. It's not letting me read the new comments at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. So glad to answer that. Let's go into another question. So Brandon Rayburn asks, how can I make money with agents and properties listed on the market? That's actually a great question. I'm actually going to say, first things first, how far is it into being listed on the market for? Is this something that just got listed on the market? Remember, we've talked about this on some of our other lives. If they're a motivated seller, that's who you want to talk to. So they're motivated to listing it on the market, but I mean, really what we do, we either try and buy properties for cash or try and buy properties creatively. So I haven't had a lot of success myself selling to or buying from sellers that are listing with a agent and it's recently on the market. Have you, Nick? What would you say?
I mean, no, because the challenge is like you're going to have to explain what you do, right? So 9 times out of 10, a property listed on the MLS, they're going to be asking retail. So you're going to have to pitch terms, right? That's the only way typically those deals work. So you're going to have to spend all this time and energy educating a realtor on terms, and they're going to have to go and relay that information to their seller. So I haven't had a lot of success to it. Realtors, they don't really understand the process, and I'd much rather just go for off-market properties, but that's just my personal flavor.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, let's see here. So, my computer's not clicking up on these comments. We're going to get them up there in a moment. But what I wanted to put on here is, Nick, can you just read off your phone number for everybody so we can get them to know where they can send deals to?
Yeah. So deals, you can send them over to me. My number is 480-199295.
9295. So if you guys have not taken down Nick's cell phone, that's his iPhone. It'll go straight to him. Make sure you do that. And if I could, I'd throw it up on the screen, but I'm having connection issues. So I put that phone number in the chat for you guys, and reach out to us from there. Anyways, while we're just going to keep rolling. Oh, here we go. Now we got it. Look, Nick's over here being a hero, scrolling up and scrolling down. Perfect. Throw that up on the screen. Go back. Throw your phone number up there. There we go. Here's the phone number. Sweet. I just wanted you guys to see that. So it's 480-819-9295. I feel like I'm 90. You literally just scrolled up. I don't know how to use a computer. All right. Anyways, okay, that was helpful. Glad now we can finally see this. I'm glad to see that, Justin. Thank you. Okay, so Jacob asked this question. What would you say the average is for multifamily homes? That's going to be a little bit different. I mean, every property is different. It depends. Multifamily, are we talking duplex? Are we talking triplex? Quads?
Are you talking multifamily or manufactured?
Ooh, I think that could be
multifamily. So for multifamily, I mean, what exactly do you mean by average? There's average cap rate. There's average prices. I mean, just need a little bit more guidance on that. I'd love to answer it.
Yeah. So Jacob, actually, Jacob, we're going to pull somebody up here on live here in a moment, but come hit this link so you can come up here. We really want to pull you guys up and talk with you so we can get full clarity on your questions. And the more detail you put in your questions, easier it is for us to understand that. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to pull up Jason here on the chat, or on the live, just so we can chat with you, Jason. So let's get him in here. What's up, dude? How's it going, Jason?
Good. I'm getting.
There we go. Look at that sweet hot rod behind
Tons
you.
of feedback. It's echoing.
Oh, I don't have any feedback. I'm pretty good over here.
I'm getting like double everything.
Mute YouTube really fast because you're in StreamYard right now. Is that working? Jason, leave YouTube and just stay on StreamYard with us. Is that good? Good? Are you off of YouTube now?
Seems like his internet's a little
Yeah,
choppy.
your internet's a little choppy, and let me try and unmute yourself. Your mic is muted, so on the bottom there, just hit that unmute button on your mic. There we go. There we go. All right, now we can hear you. What's up, dude? Tell us who you are. What's your market? Where are you from?
My name is Jason Lombardi. I'm from Venice, Florida. So I do from here to like Tampa, not so much in Tampa, but more like Inglewood, Venice, Northport. And that's pretty much, I work with Carolyn, or we hang out together every day on Zoom pretty much. And that's it. I'm just, I had a couple questions. I'm struggling with follow-up, like big time. And I was wondering if you had any suggestions to like start out, because I usually use but it doesn't seem to get it updated quick enough.
You usually use what? You're cutting out there.
Like a whiteboard, like an erase board.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you have a CRM in place right now?
I don't. I have the one in Call Tools, but it doesn't do much, you know?
I would say probably, because I was doing this on my own. I got to join the team back in the middle of September, end of September. So Nick's been with them for a while and using Podio. We use Podio. I know that a few other people use different CRMs. I would first say, I'm actually going to tell you to reach out to Reese, because he was just talking about this new one that he found. But we like Podio. Reach out to Reese and Donovan. Maybe we can get Donovan to, in the mentorship, go over a Zoom on how that works. But yeah, I would say you need to get a CRM. That's probably the first thing. And if you heard me at the beginning of this live, automate. Stop. You need to take yourself out of the business. You need to be able to see the business from 30,000 feet, so you can figure out where the holes are and what you need to plug, and think of it as a conveyor belt. Like where's the missing piece? Where's the kink here? So I think first thing that you need to do is, I would say, reach out to Reese and Donovan, just because you talk to them all the time, and ask them what CRM they're using. And you can kind of brainstorm with them. And then what I like about Podio, I'm not an integrator. I don't build things out, but I know with Podio, you have to build everything out pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, there's apps in there that are already prefabricated that you can literally just drag and drop into your Podio. It's not super complicated to build it out. You just have to determine what fields you want in there. So for example, for like follow up, you can have a button in there that you just press follow up. And then that way, you know, hey, this is my list of follow-ups for this week, right? We have a feature on our Podio, it's a little bit more built out, where we actually have a separate app that's strictly for follow-ups, and we have a specific date and time. But I feel like that's the biggest problem, is like you can't follow up on something you don't have correct organization on, right? It's super key. So if you're handling a lot of leads, I would definitely suggest Podio or something along those lines, just to keep your leads organized.
How does it work? Do they like pop up when you need to call them back, or do you have to go into it?
So you need to set it yourself. You need to go through it and be like, hey, I'm going to follow up with this person in 2 weeks. I'm going to follow up with this person in a month. I'm going to follow up with this person every day, because
you can create tasks for yourself. It's something that's already pre-built into Podio. You can create a task where, you know, you go into your tasks every single day and you look and you have a list of tasks for people who you have to follow up with. So that's the way that I would do it. It's nothing fancy that you have to add on there. It's already built into Podio.
Let's see, actually, I'm going to go over here to Podio and let's go to Nick's tasks. So do you guys want to see what our Podio looks like? You want to see what Nick does?
Yes.
Let me see some yeses or nos in the chat besides Jason. I have Jason on here live. He can tell me yes. If this is yes or no, if I see at least 5 yeses right now, I will show you guys Nick's Podio. It needs to happen really quick. You guys want to see this? I have 1 yes. I have 2 yeses, including Jason. That's not enough yeses. I need more engagement. I love attention. There we go. All right, great. I'll share it with you guys. I'll share Nick's secrets. Okay, so what it is is, here we go. Now we're going to share you the screen. So all you did, you can see it says Podio. I just clicked right up here where it says task, and you can see all of his follow-up. So he has one set for 8:37. He's really granular on this. So you can see he has all of these to follow up with. Mine was a little bit different. I would just put, because I was doing so many leads a day, I would put it down, double dial, DDNA, double dial, no answer, patient or person is in the hospital. I had a few that was like in pre-foreclosure, need to follow up on this. So you can label it however you'd like. He's just put down the full name on here.
Well, and that's right there where it says enter a task. That's where you actually go and create the task.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Why don't you explain this? Because you've done this more than I have.
Yeah. So you would just do something like follow up. You just do follow up and then pick a connection. So you can tag yourself, or you can go in within a different workspace. And then let's say you want to be responsible for that. And then you can set a due date for any time, or you can do a custom date, attach any tasks. So within our workspace, and then let's say you want to call John Smith.
A myth. Call John a myth.
I'm horrible with typing. So call John Smith, and then you can attach labels if you want to organize it. And all you have to do is just click create task. And that automatically does it for you. So every single day, what you would do is come in and you would just go through your task block. You also have this calendar here where you can set, like different time slots and see an overview of your tasks. But it's super helpful, right? You can also delegate any task too.
So when I was working acquisitions with Nick, he could like tag me on stuff like, hey, follow up with this lead, or when I was new and I didn't know what I was doing, I would say, hey, Nick, I would tag him on it, and you can actually see Nick's got a lot of tag posts right here.
Oh, yeah. I'm
you can have it dropped. Yeah, everything that happens, Nick's notified. But you can see, there you go. So these are actually our VAs contacting people. So you can see everything that's happening. So it's a really nice way to stay organized. You think that's helpful, Jason?
Yeah. And can you send emails and stuff through Podio, or is that a separate account?
You can. Yeah. So what you do is you basically, like, you have to be logging in on your computer. And then there's actually an email button where you put in further contact information, and it just pull up a window in your actual personal email.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, treat it just like dating. I would date a few CRMs, figure out what works for you. I'd ask people about it, kind of get a walkthrough and see what works best. But yeah, we use Podio. I know that Reese just stepped away from Podio because he found something. I don't know what all it is, but I would talk to Reese and see how that goes. And then, do you have any more questions, Jason?
I do. I'm literally struggling with the employee mindset. Like I haven't even been full-time wholesaling for a year. And I've only done one deal in 6 weeks, in the last 6 weeks. And I'm like, I feel like I'm like at a standstill. I'm like used to seeing money come in every week, and now it comes in, I had one a month, and then, coming in so slow, it's hard for me to not be stressed out, almost having a family and kids. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, 100%. So what I would actually say is, first of all, you need to be talking to sellers every day, because that's your lead generation and you need that to happen. You need to get down to time blocking. Can I see in the chat here, guys? Does anybody else here time block? Can I get it like a peace sign or a thumbs up? Like, yeah, I time block. Give me an emoji so I can see that you guys time block. So time blocking is something that I started doing. I actually got a journal and did it. It's called the High Performance Planner by Brendan, Bredan, Brendan Bouchard. And I'd kind of plan out the day from there. Yeah. So, we go live every day on the Daily Dial. We role play, guys. So if you didn't know, I help in the mentorship, and Jason's on there with me. We go on and we actually go through actual role plays. Jason's a great seller. So if you guys need help working through stuff, Jason's awesome at that. But right before then, I try and plan out my day. Like, what are my top 3 priorities that have to happen? So Jason, I would say that you need to continue following up with sellers. So I'd say you need to dedicate an amount of time where you are either calling new leads or you're doing your follow-ups, and figure out what would work best for you. And then it sounds like you're on your own right now. You need to get a system that'll help you stay automated or help you stay organized. So I would say one of your highest level priorities, because you are bad at follow-up, needs to be getting a CRM so that you can keep track of these leads. Because, okay, You know the 10-80-10 rule. I'm sure some people in here do as well. The 10-80-10 rule, and I'm going to drop this down for you guys. 10% of the leads you talk to are ready to sell on the first call. 10% of them. Okay. 80% of the leads you talk to need 13 or more touches. And this is why follow-up is so critical. I remember the first deal that I closed with Nick's guidance. He was helping me out a bit. It took me about 15 calls with the woman. And I was double dialing her. I was talking to her a lot, and she just wasn't answering the phone. What we're trying to do is find those motivated sellers that are in distress that need help. Like, we are problem solvers. The whole point of this is to do good business, and we want to be problem solvers and give back. This is exactly why we do these lives. We want to help you guys. But I was calling her and she was ignoring my calls. So I generally don't leave voicemails. I'd called her a few times, and then I finally left a voicemail, and it was lucky for me. She happened to answer because I was a woman. She had some bad experience with men in the past, and she answered because I was a woman. Now, it can go same token. I can have men that won't want to talk to me because I'm a woman, but it's all about that follow-up. So I would say, Jason, what you need to do is have at the beginning of the week, you need to have what needs to happen, have your overview. You need to be that business mindset. You need to be above everything and say, okay, this week I need to get a deal. Jason, how many out of every nation average, you've heard me say this, how many leads do you have to close a deal?
I think it's 250.
You need to have 1 out of every 50 is what you'll close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you need to have 50 hot leads, and you can close those. That's really what you need to get after. So you need to get talking to them. It's a numbers game, guys. Like, it's all about numbers. The more people you talk to, the more contacts you have, the better you will be at closing the game. And this is why we have VAs that do stuff for us. We've just found that VAs are super consistent. How many dials did the VAs make a day, you think?
Like 250.
250. So the VAs are making 250 calls. So, Jason, if you're having a hard time doing the cold calling, you probably should not be doing the cold calling. You should probably hire that out to a VA, and you should role play with them every day. Take about 15 to 30 minutes, whatever you need to do. Hey, how's your life going? What are your plans? Like, with me, with our VA, I Zoom with him every day. He shows me his start of day report and his end of day report. I've actually put down his personal goals on there because I want him to see that, because it gives him some extra drive. I have ADHD. If I cannot see something, I'll forget about it. So that's been helpful for him. And he literally is messaging me all the time. He's like, dude, I love working with you. He loves working with Nick. Like, we love our VA. And I think so many people forget that VAs are not robots. VAs are people with dreams too. My VA wants to take his family to Japan. He was raised by some relatives, and he wants to take them to Japan. So be personable, just like you should build rapport with your sellers, build rapport with your employees, build rapport with your VAs. Love yourself too. Like, it's so easy to get overwhelmed and be like, gosh, I need to wear 15 hats. I need to make sure that I'm calling these cold call. I need to make sure I'm doing these cold calls. I need to make sure I'm doing the follow-up. I need to make sure that I'm building out my CRM. I need to make sure I'm pulling the list. Focus on one thing and set that task. So I would recommend actually getting that journal. Brendan Bouchard, if you're watching this, you can give me a plug whenever. I'd like a few journals, but no, I'm just kidding. I don't have anything. But guys, find some way to stay organized, and it will help you. That's all I can say. What would you say for time blocking, Nick?
So I don't think it's like time blocking super important, right? Being clear and concise about what you're doing and what your objectives are. I just think you're getting a little burned out, right? And what you need to do is you need to focus on solely acquisitions. And from now until you get a fully running business, I would delegate anything with dispositions, right? So if you have somebody that's really good at disposition, somebody you can work with, I would delegate that portion of the business to them and just focus on getting more contracts, right? Don't focus on dispositions, just focus on getting contracts. And in addition to that, I would do anything that doesn't make money. I would do that either before you start making calls, before you start picking up the phone, or after, when it's too late to do that. So, like, for example, comping, any admin tasks like building out your CRM, pulling data, anything like that, do it before or after your working hours, because your working hours, you want to focus on money making activities like calling sellers and negotiating deals.
100% critical. Now, Jason, I just want to understand, you were doing this by yourself though, right? You don't have any partners?
Nope. Do it by myself.
Yeah. So there's a few different thoughts, but I would say first thing, do you have everything written out for like what needs to happen for the week?
Yeah, I do, but I feel like it's like after 2 hours, I'm like already off track. It seems like it's hard to stick on track.
Definitely is.
I don't know if that makes sense.
What have you done before?
I mean, time blocking's worked for me because I usually stick to it. And there are things that derail you, but you just have to understand why you're time blocking and that it is important, and just commit. Make that commitment to yourself that you're going to stick to your schedule no matter what happens. And again, just focus on the most priority activities in the morning, right? First thing in the morning, hey, I got a seller that I got to follow up with. This is a hot seller. First thing in the morning, I'm focusing on my follow-ups. And then the rest of the day, I'm focusing on lead generation or whatever it is you do. Just get those hard tasks out first thing in the morning.
100%. Money-making activities need to happen during the money-making hours.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Awesome. Yeah, definitely.
All right, dude. Hey,
I kind of know it all, but it's...
Say it again?
What'd you say?
I
said it's kind of hard. I know.
You go.
But I got a lag. I was just going to say, I kind of know what I got to do, but it's like, I don't know. I just have trouble implementing it. It's like when you call so much and then I get frazzled task.
The biggest thing though is you're taking action though. So be consistent in it. And that's the thing. You hear me say it all the time. Make the mistakes and learn from it. Keep track of where you're messing up so you can get better at it. If you track it, your KPIs are so important. We were talking about it yesterday. KPIs matter. You guys need to track these things. You need to track, what does KPI stand for?
Key performance indicators.
Key performance indicators. You need to see where your mistakes are so you can get better at them. Is that helpful, dude?
All right. Yeah, awesome.
Hey,
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure, dude.
Hey, Jason, I tagged my phone number in there earlier. Feel free to reach out to me. I have a lot of experience building out the systems of our business and the organization stuff. So I'm more than happy to help you outside of this live as well. So just feel free to reach out to me.
All right. Awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks for everything, guys.
For sure, dude. Thanks. Bye. See you later. All right. Cool. That was a great question. So Zachary Hamilton, what's up, dude? He just said, do you find VAs through Fiverr? That is a great question. I don't actually know where the VAs come from. We hire our VAs from VA Hub. There we go. Perfect. So our VAs come from VA Hub. And the nice thing about VA Hub is they have a CSM. What is it? It stands for Customer Service Manager, I believe.
Yeah. So they basically have somebody that manages their success and helps them become successful. The biggest thing is our VAs and VA Hub, we vet them. We make sure they're a good fit for the team. We don't just, we're not looking to fill in chairs. We actually make sure that somebody can be a good fit to the team. So that's the biggest
100%.
difference. With Fiverr, it's just anybody and everybody that can pick up a phone.
And if you guys did not know, Matt Beard does go live. I believe he goes live at 10:30 on Thursday on the Creative Financing Facebook. And I'm actually going to wait for Kelly to throw that in the chat and throw it up on there. I think he goes live at 10:30, and he actually has 2 lead manager VAs basically run that live. Yeah. So you guys can throw questions in the chat just like this, and you can get immediate responses from our VAs that are in the Philippines. And our VAs are free, they're amazing. Our VAs, here it is right here. Our VAs are amazing. 10:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Thursdays on the Creative Financing with Pace Morby, or on the VA Success and VA Hub. So if you guys are not a member of the Creative Financing with Pace Morby Facebook page, you need to get in there because what did he say? Well, about a month ago, if you added more people, there it is. If you added more people to the group, I think he gave VAs away. I think he gave a VA away.
Tons of prizes, tons of cool stuff going on. If you guys aren't in that group, you guys are definitely missing out.
Definitely missing out. So that's huge stuff right there. So yeah, using VA Hub elevated me from being a babysitter to a business owner. So much less stress and more time for me to focus on higher level business. Guys, Darren Talcott is the stuff. He's amazing. He's the man. And he is such an integrator. He knows I think you're basically a Podio whisperer. I think Podio is starting to give him kickback because he sends so many people over there. But reach out to Darren. He knows what he's talking about. He is on top of stuff. Great content there. I was going to bring up Ollie, but Ollie has disappeared. So that's okay. I'm going to throw up this link one more time to come up with us. Just so you guys can go live with us one more time. We have about 20 minutes left here. And we want to make sure that we can pull up a ton of people here. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Shout out to Darren. He's always on our lives. You're the best, dude. He really does. He helps everybody. So, guys, if you have not linked up with Darren, go giver. Go giver mindset forever and ever. So it's super great. Let's see here. What is the? I don't know the answer to that one, so I will not pull that one up. I apologize. Okay. Well, let's see. Time blocking was one of the biggest positive influences in my business. So, guys, Facebook user, make sure if you are on Facebook, hit that StreamYard link so we can see your name. Whoever asked the best questions, we want to pull that 1,000 record list for you guys at the end of this. Awesome. Okay, so basically, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the chat now, finally reading that. You guys are just saying time blocking is huge. Time blocking is the way to go. It's just going to make you more efficient. And actually, what I would do when I'm doing stuff, I actually time myself. So when I was cold calling, I'd say, all right, I'm going to dial for 50 minutes, and I'm only going to focus on that. Like I mentioned, I have ADHD. I know you have. Do you have ADHD too, or ADD? Either way,
yeah.
we're distracted by things, so it doesn't matter. But focusing on something, and then I'm like, because I do it for an hour, so 50 minutes, and then I have my rest of that hour, that 10 minutes, I'd get to go be ADD. I'd get to go look at squirrels. I'd get to look at shiny things, whatever I needed to do to really get my, my itch out, and I can like go scroll on Instagram, whatever I want to do. But I just found myself wasting a lot of time on Instagram, on social media, and it really wasn't helping me. So that's really what I wanted to talk about. Okay, cool. Let's see. Only way to do creative finance on a, what is, here we go. Great stuff. Only way to do creative finance on a reverse mortgage is not to. You can, we stay away from reverse mortgages.
Yeah.
I would not mess with a reverse mortgage. You are glutton for punishment. I don't know a ton of it. I just know that I talked about it with a few sellers with you, and you basically have to buy it out cash.
Yeah, we just don't do it.
Yeah,
don't do it. Darren threw in another nugget there talking about Trello.
Oh yeah, here you go. So yeah, we use Trello. Actually, we have a Trello board to stay organized on everything, but Trello is a great way to organize your business. And I haven't used it for time blocking. I wonder if you've gotten it to give alerts, because that's what we're switching over to Asana because we like that.
Yeah, Asana's great. I mean, I would definitely look into Asana as well. Trello and Asana, they're both similar in a way, but yeah, I would definitely look into Asana.
Definitely. All right, so hey, I see we have Ollie on here trying to go. It's either Allie or Ollie. We'll find out here in a second. Here we are. Is it Allie or Ollie?
I don't know how to.
I can hear you, so you're good.
Oh, you can. It's Allie.
Allie, how's it going, Allie? What's up?
Good. No, I'm not trying to get on. I'm just listening. This is my
well,
this is my
it's
second
too late
week.
now. You click my link and you're live. So what questions do you have?
I'm sorry about that.
Here? You don't apologize. I'm giving you a hard time. You're up here. I want to ask you questions now. Have you done any deals yet?
Not in here, but yeah.
You have. Awesome.
Prior to coming in here, I want to learn how to do. Yeah, I'm here because I want to learn how to do subject to, and I also wanted to get into wholesaling. I've done a couple of flips myself. I've not done a real wholesale deal.
Awesome. Well, you're in the right place. What I'd like to know is, what are you doing right now? Are you investing full time? Is this something you're doing part time?
Full time.
Full time. Awesome. So what does your day look like? We just kind of talked about what you should prioritize. I didn't really say what I do with my time blocking schedule. What does your day look like right now, Allie?
Yeah. So that was actually helpful with you talking to that guy, because that's kind of what I'm trying to set up my schedule. I just downloaded a list yesterday from PropStream. And I sent it to a guy. I don't even know. Some guy on the Fiverr, and he gave me the list back. I got to start calling. But I also sent out I'm trying to get onto VA Hub, because I would like to have somebody else take care of the phone calls for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a good question for you guys, because I may be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but a wholesaler sent me this deal the other day, 2 days ago. I saw it on Facebook, I should say, and I responded to it. It's nearby me. Big spread on the house. I think the purchase price is like $430. The ARV is about $600. I drove by the house. It's nice. People are living in there. The problem is that somebody, they're tenants, and they haven't been paying since November. So I don't have the money to buy that, but I could probably arrange for under normal circumstances, I would be able to arrange for a hard money loan, but hard money lenders are not lending with somebody in a non-cooperative tenant, I should say, they haven't paid since November, and they're not answering their phones, but they're there, and it's like a nice car. It's not they they appear to be, you know, I don't know. I didn't speak to anybody, but so.
Yeah.
My,
So what I would say first thing that you need to do, Allie, is you definitely need to get on the phone. So you have not spoken to the seller yet, or you have?
it's a wholesaler sent it to me. So I have not spoken to the owner.
Okay, so it's under contract with the wholesaler?
Yeah.
Under contract with the wholesaler, okay.
But I don't know if unless you have the money to close it yourself, I don't know how people are going to be able to close it. I called a bunch of hard money lenders, and they're all telling me the same thing. Call us after they get the tenant out.
Yeah, that's the main thing. So people are going to want, and this is for everybody. So we can have a dispo checklist. What we do when we get properties, buyers are going to want a property at close of escrow. So if you ever see COE, that stands for close of escrow. Generally what we do, if there's a situation, we do cash for keys. So we go up to the tenant, we're like, hey, here's some cash so you can get into another property. And that's when we do a fix and flip on our own. I know some end buyers do that as well. Like it's a really smoking hot deal. I don't know all of the rehab that's needed into this. I was going to run the numbers for you, but you said you're sure ARV is 600,000?
It's probably more like 650. I'm being really conservative.
All right, so I'm going to go over it on my phone here. So Allie, are you on your phone?
No, I'm on a computer.
All right, so I just used a calculator on my phone. So what I'm going to do, guys, is 600,000. So what we do is 600,000 times 93%. That it factors in the closing costs. Okay, so 93%. And then do you have any idea of what rehab would be?
I don't. The house looks nice. I mean, this is a relatively new house. And it's in a relatively new development. I'd say maybe 15 years old.
I mean, if the ARV is over 600, I'm going to say it's going to need to be a nicer house. So let's just guess and say that rehab is going to need to be, and this isn't even that big. I'm just going to say $40,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to subtract 40 grand. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Then you're going to want to subtract the investor's profit. So if an investor is going to throw, what would you say? It's under contract at 430?
450. Sorry.
450. So you need
455.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Let's just say that they're going to get they want $45,000 as their profit. Okay. Yeah. Then you need to subtract what you're going to make. So you want to make some money on this. So you're going to say $20,000. All right. So that would need to be what you have it under contract at. This is me just plugging and playing on numbers. So it all just depends. If I were you, I'd get some more information on the property condition. And I would approach the tenants and see if you can get them to leave cash for keys.
Right.
That's what I'd say. Is that helpful, Allie?
Yeah, it is.
Definitely. Yeah. And you know what you should do if you have not yet? On Pace's YouTube channel, on this channel, you can go to his 16-hour live and listen to his calls. Definitely listen to those calls. If you guys have not been on there before, you should get on the YouTube and listen to those. I actually would take notes on them and practice it on your own. That will help you so much.
Yeah.
When you're calling sellers. Hey, thank you for asking us questions on accident and coming up here. I appreciate you.
All right. I'll see you.
Have a good day, Allie. All right, cool. So great questions, guys. Yes, here we go. So Marie said, I feel like I have so many tools. I need a tool to keep track of everything. And this is a thing that we see so many people. You feel overwhelmed. I need to be doing all these deals. I need to get all of this built out. Focus on one thing at a time. But the first thing that's going to make you money is talking to sellers and locking up deals. So get that done. And we're really big on JVing or partnering up. That's the biggest thing of Cody and Pace. They have such a great relationship. Cody is such an integrator and Pace is such a visionary. So Pace goes out and creates chaos and Cody's like, whoa, he'll reel him back in and be like, wait a second, we need to get organized before we can do all this chaotic stuff. What would you say, Nick? What has helped you kind of stay organized, or how would you help out me, Marie?
I mean, if you feel like you're using too many tools, I know that struggle, right? Having so many different softwares, bouncing back and forth. Really, the only two things I feel like you would need is a CRM like Podio to stay organized with your CRM and your database, track your KPIs, but also using something like Batch, right? So Batch, you can do pretty much everything in terms of skip tracing your leads, building your list, texting your list, cold calling your list, driving for dollars, comping. I mean, you can really do everything on that platform. So I would suggest using something just like Batch where it's all centered, nice and central.
Great question. I see this one just came up here from Trey Allen. So Trey Allen said, so you took 7% for closing costs. Don't you take another 6% for realtor's fees? this 70, 75, 84% becomes confusing. So what we do is actually that 7% includes the realtor cost. So we're saying 6% for the realtor cost and the 1% for closing fees, which goes to title. Is that helpful? So what we do is we do ARV. So let me come over here. Let's go back to our other tab. I'm going to pull this back up again so you guys can see it. So we do ARV times 93% minus rehab minus investor profit minus our fee which is, I'm not on my keyboard, so I was trying to do a cool, funny emoji, but I'm on Nick's and he doesn't have the $sign one on here. Oh no! Well, I was gonna add in a funny, here it is right here. I'm a cowboy. There you go. Equals.
Cowboy money sign.
Equals wholesale,
price.
Yeah, buy price. Buy price. That helpful, guys? Let me do it this way. Enter.
Maybe next week we should do a whole show on comping.
I think we should
actually get the ARV.
That'd be pretty helpful. Do you guys think that'd be helpful for you guys? Should we go next week and do an entire live on how we comp properties and how we find buy prices? Oh, look, we got some more people down here that want to go live. I see you. We're about to pull you up. Awesome. Thanks. I'm glad to hear that, Trey. I'm glad that was helpful. Good. Cool. Go lasso those deals in and reel them in, baby. Get that buy price, baby. Yeah, look at this. Everybody wants that. Okay, what I want you guys to do, is this helpful? I also want to know, like, Nick and I we want to give back. Facebook user, hit that StreamYard link. I want to know what your name is. I want to shout you out. If this is helpful, tell somebody. Bring somebody else in that you think this could help. Bring in your sister. Bring in somebody that's excited about real estate. Bring in your buddy who you talk to and you're like, dude, real estate's the easiest way to make generational wealth so that my kids can have passive income and we can go travel the world and learn 8 different languages, whatever you want to do, whatever your goals are. But that's super awesome. I'm glad this was helpful. So I'm going to stop sharing that really quickly and we're going to pull some people up here. Here we go. Equals bid. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
What's going on?
You can call me Felicia.
Felicia, bye Felicia, what's up?
Good. Listen, I want to ask a question about out-of-state purchases.
Okay.
How do you do that with the signing and all that?
Notaries, baby, or DocuSign.
DocuSign?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wrote that one down. Second question, wholesaling in Illinois. I'm in Illinois right now.
Oh, girl, okay.
And how do you get around that? Is signing?
You gotta have a license. You gotta have a license in Illinois.
I know, not even one. I think it's just one they let us clear, right? Or I have to hold it for a little while, correct?
You know what? I have not done deals in Illinois. I am a Hoosier girl. I am from Indiana.
I think Darren's in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
No, Darren's in Ohio. Do we have anybody in here that's from Illinois? What I would say is link up with a realtor, honestly.
That was my third, was the realtor. How do you get around the commission with a realtor? I just don't know, because I contacted a realtor in Texas where I want to go, South Project Islands. And I found a couple of land deals and a couple, because that's where I'm going to retire at. But it seems that I just don't know how to do the formula with a realtor. So is it the same 93% subtract the fee? Well, not subtract. Well, yeah, subtract the fee.
So we're saying with the 93%, because you're doing 3% on one realtor and 3% on another, which makes it 6%. And then we have the 1% for closing. So if you only have one realtor involved, it could just be 4%. So you can do your ARV, multiply it by 4%. It all depends what you have going on here. But remember, the realtors have those fees because they go through their brokerage. So they got to pay their brokerage before that they can get paid.
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Felicia, listen to me. I'm just kidding. So the realtors are 3%, okay, in general. Can you see my pale hand on his jacket there? 3%.
Yes.
3%. Can't really see it on my white. I blend into my shirt. It's going to be 3% for that realtor because they have to go through their brokerage. That's how they have their. I'm not a realtor.
Yeah, I understand that part. And then together they get a double percentage. But I just don't know how to approach them on being an investor out there.
Well, Nick soon is going to be talking to every realtor in the entire country. So Nick is a really nice guy to know.
Yeah.
So I already wrote down your name.
You guys phone number?
Also, the Daily Dial.
Ooh, Daily
Is
Dial.
there any way of making that a little later? Because I can't sleep at night sometimes, and then I get to bed at 5 o'clock. It's like,
So, Felicia, are you a sub-2 student?
yes.
Well,
yes.
hello. Nice to
Hello.
meet you. Okay, cool. You know what? I was just talking to Nick about this because we're trying to work something out where we can give more data out to people for the Arizona market.
Mhm.
If we would go live, maybe a later day, maybe like on a Saturday, do you think you could get in there, Felicia?
Not on the weekends. I got my grandbabies.
Well, don't you want them to become investors?
Yes.
I want to hear them on the phone.
They're only 5.
But better start now, later than never. 3 is
Yeah, they're gonna be dialing their
start role playing at
phone
3. Well, I'll see if I can do a special one. It generally works just because of my schedule. 5 a.m. Arizona times really works for me because I like to 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. on the East Coast, and we sell deals in Florida and Georgia and in Texas. So when it's 5 I just want to be able to hit those East Coast people before
yes.
run off the East Coast line.
I always seem to get your recordings, and I'm always and even if I'm up at that time, it's like I'm watching the news or something, and then I look at 6:30 or something.
Hey, is that a money making activity?
Her.
Listen to me. Hey, Felicia, is that a money making activity watching the news?
No, but news is news. You got to watch it.
No, you don't. I don't think I've watched the news since I've been out here. I get my news from Nick. He tells me what's going on.
Okay then. Sounds cool.
Listen, hey, for real though, Felicia. First of all, it's so nice meeting you. Thank you for asking these questions. But really, this is me this is for everybody that's watching the stream. I see that we have quite a few people on here. Guys, find out what your money-making activities are. Nothing else matters. I want you to get a paycheck. And she's talking about the Daily Dial. If you guys don't know, in the sub-2 mentorship, I go live every weekday at 5 a.m. for 2 hours, and we role play. And I started role playing for the first time in October, and I was so nervous before when I was talking to sellers. I'd get an upper lip sweat, my knees would get weak, my palms would get sweaty, and I would vomit on Nick's sweater, and it was his mom's spaghetti. But the real thing is, you didn't even laugh. Stop texting other people. I was I was making M&M jokes. Jeez, I'm up here by myself. Anyways, role playing is huge. It's a money-making activity. I think it is a money-making activity because it gets you practicing so you don't fumble in front of sellers. If you guys are not in mentorship, you guys should find people on here that you can role play with. I already mentioned Jason. Role play. Kimberly, thank you so much for thinking I'm funny. I'm going to throw that up there for everybody. I appreciate you. All right, guys. Anyways, Felicia, I want you to get a deal closed. I want you to get paid. And you need to figure out what's going to help you get a deal closed. Have you closed a deal yet?
No, but in 2006, that was the last time I purchased. I had 3 homes back then, and then it crashed, and then I just stopped doing it. I'm disabled, so but I'm bored now, and it's like, you know what? I used to love to do homes, and I did a sub-2 back then. And I told my husband, I go, I knew it would have worked. I knew it would have worked. And it was just like, so I know this will work. And I just got to refreshing my skills, as you could say. I'm a little old school and stuff.
I got you. Listen, that's why you need to make it a priority. So figure out what's going to get money in your pocket. I want you to start getting paid. You've paid for the mentorship. You're paying for bills. You got these grandbabies that are going to start role playing with us. We need you to get paid so you can go get that vacation house in Texas.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
That is my goal.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Well,
all right.
Hey, before you go, I just want to let you know, Liz said a license will not matter. Only one assignment is allowed for anyone per year. And I'm guessing that's for Illinois. Yes. I would reach out to Liz.
That I did know.
Okay.
So it's like either you have to hold for 30 days or,
there you go.
There's ways to get around it, but it's like, missing a month or fixing it up, painting it while I'm fix and flip or do whatever I can, just to hold for a few months and stuff.
Yeah. So she also said you don't need a license. You'll need to buy and hang on to it for about 90 days and then sell it. Double close. Okay. Western Illinois is her market. So I'd reach out to Liz. We know really the Florida, Georgia, Texas, and Arizona market. Those are our bread and butter. So we can help you, but that's all I got. So hey, great questions, Felicia, and it was really nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. I'll try to get you on the daily double. Daily.
All right. The daily double, Jeopardy. Let's go. All
I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. I just want to say that. Bye. Okay, cool. All right. See you, Trey. Okay. So, guys, we're at the final countdown. I know I'm doing well, guys. They got the Kanye playing in the background. You guys see me dancing? I'm having fun. All right. Anyways, is Nick wearing the sweatshirt now? Yeah, that was the sweatshirt that I vomited on him on. I'm sorry. You didn't hear it. You didn't even hear the whole. I said my knees are weak, my palms are sweaty. I vomited on Nick's sweater. It was his mom's spaghetti. I was joking about role playing. When I was talking about my first time role playing. I should have my own talk show. Jeez.
Hey, you're hilarious.
Anyways, I'm so funny. You didn't even laugh. Okay. When you comp, you didn't show a holding cost. You factor that in also. I did not show a holding cost. How would you answer that, Nick?
Yeah, so we literally have a whole spreadsheet that we built out for flips, but we're talking about wholesale. So typically for wholesale, we'll factor in it's a conservative number, right? So where we know we have a little bit of wiggle room on the assignment. We usually do a conservative ARV and a conservative assignment as well as a conservative rehab estimate. So even the worst possible situation, we leave enough meat on the bone for the investor to make enough profit factoring in their own costs.
I hope that was helpful. Okay. So, Nick, I think we need to figure out who's asking us the best questions so we can pull a list for people. Would you guys also, let me see some, I want to see some feedback here on the chat. Would it be helpful to see Nick and I role play next week while we do some comping? Do you want to see us do, we'll do one role play for you guys. I'll be the seller.
All right, love it.
Okay.
I'll let you take this one.
All right. You want me to pick out the question or who did the best one? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. There's so many good questions. I'm really thinking, gosh, well, what's his name just left? Guys, if you have not yet, make sure that you hit that StreamYard link so I can see your name when you're asking these. What I'm going to say for best question, gosh, I'm really going to have to throw it into, what I want to do is, oh, sorry guys, somehow we got muted there. Can you hear me now? There we go, cool. All right, what I want to do, actually, we're going to do this right here. I want you guys to ask your best question right now because there's so many good ones, and we will pick the best one that comes up, and then we'll pull a list for you live off of BatchLeads for free, 1,000 records. I want to see the next best question. We will answer the question, and then we will pull the list for you live, and we can go over that. Nick, how many text messages have you got? Has everybody blown you up yet?
I've got none. Actually, no, I got one.
You got one. You guys only texted Nick once? This is absurd. We need to get some more text messages over to Nick. Okay. So I've not seen any questions coming up. I guess this is where, here we go. Anna Turner. Ooh, Darren said, how can I help the group succeed today? That's a great question. So I'm going to throw up Anna's here. How do you figure the investor profit on your formula? That is a really good question, actually. I know this one. This is a good one. So you need to have conversations with your buyers and figure out what they're comfortable with. Hey, Nick, I saw you bought a property over on 123 Main Street. You did a fix and flip. Generally, what kind of return on investment are you looking for? If I sell you a property and ARVs are on 300,000, what are you looking to make on this?
Oh,
that was our role play.
Okay, love it. I usually like to make a 20% return. 20%
return. Okay, so let's see. From your overall investment. So if I get you into the property and you do your rehab and it's a $220,000 initial cost, you're looking to make 20% on that?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Is that helpful, Anna? So we're going to go through $220,000, and then we're going to multiply it by 20%, and then he wants to make 44 grand. So those are conversations you have to have. I just plugged that number in on the sheet for you guys so you can see, I just know some of our buyers are comfortable with a $25,000 assignment fee. It all varies. Great question, Anna. Okay, well, Anna got her question in there first and asked it, so we're going to pull a list for Anna. Anna, what I'd like you to do is, there we go. Make sure you shoot us a message. Anna, I want you to come up here live with us really quickly. If you can't, that's okay. I just would like to give you a chance to tell us what market you're in so we can get you on, get the list pulled correctly for you. All right, just drop the link in the chat. If you can click that link, I'll pull a list for you. What if you don't already have a buyer? That's a great question too. So guys, here's this phone number. Shoot Nick, everybody. We have over 90 people on this live right now. I want to see like at least 30 text messages going to Nick's cell phone right now. 30 text messages, 480-819-9295. It's an iPhone, guys. Shoot him a text message and just give him a peace sign. I don't even want you to you don't even have to give your name right now. Just give him a peace sign. Let him know that you love him. There we go. We got one text message. That's what I'm talking about. Okay,
guys,
cool.
keep in mind too, it's not just for you guys to send me your deals. If you guys are struggling with the seller, I did acquisition for over a year, closed dozens and dozens of deals under Pace. And I mean, that's what I'm willing to help with too. If you guys need help closing a deal, use me as a resource.
Okay, so Anna, I see that you said you're on your phone. I won't let you in. Just tell me, what is your market? And we'll pull a list there for you. All right. While we let her put down what her market is, we'll go next. Here's a great question, actually. So AH said, what list is working best for you guys now? The list that our VAs call. There really is no secret sauce, and I've actually asked this to Cody. You can, first of all, I would go for a distress list first. So some form of distress. Before all this COVID stuff, you'd be hitting the pre-foreclosures. Now, guys, there will be a time when they're going to lift everything, and the pre-foreclosures will have to leave their houses or sell their houses or, something like that. But they have other distress. Like they still have to pay their car insurance. They got to pay their phone bill. They got to pay for food. They have kids. So selling their house might be a way to get a hold of them. Just know that everybody's probably calling that pre-foreclosure list. I would actually say your best list is probably your driving for dollars list. If you guys have not gone on Batch Driven, you can virtually drive for dollars on there. Bryce Herrera goes live every day on the Batch Driven app or on this page, actually, on the Creative Financing page and the YouTube channel at 4:30. So you can ask him questions, and he'll show you how to drive for dollars from your couch. You can be in your pajamas and drive for dollars. But I like to drive. When I would drive for dollars, I would do it physically, and I'd do it in the morning. That was before I was doing the daily dial. So the best list is the list that you're being consistent with. Okay, let's see here. Northern Cali. Okay, Anna, that is a very broad list, so I'm going to pull a very broad list for you. She said Northern Cali. So let's pull it up here. We are going to go live on BatchLeads, and you know what? I'm going to let Nick do it just because I've been talking the entire freaking live. Nick pulled this list. I know. I was giving him a break today.
All right.
So we're going to do Northern Cali. I don't even want to talk about, I don't even want to say nothing.
California, search.
Beautiful morning. Nothing in the water. Beautiful morning.
Okay, what kind of list did you want? Anything?
Anything. Let's just give her 1,000 records.
Let's do absentee owner.
There we go.
Vacant.
So Nick, tell us why you're choosing what you're choosing.
Yeah, so we really like the absentee owner vacant list. So that's what I'm doing. And then for ownership, I like doing it like maybe 10 years or ownership of more. So a minimum of maybe 10 years. Okay, valuation and equity. Let's do 30% of equity, minimum 30%. And the reason why is because those are typically the good wholesale deals, and we got nothing showing up.
Take away the USA. Oh, right now.
Hey, is there a specific like city in Northern California that you prefer, Anna? Just give me like the
San
hot,
Francisco.
yeah,
do
the
San
hot
Francisco.
city. San Francisco.
There you go. San Fran. I don't really know a lot about California. I know the southern part because it's on TV all the time, and San Francisco. I know the TV parts of California. Guys, you just saw that was one of the guys from the mastermind. If you honestly, there you got it.
Well, she wants us to call it.
Oh, perfect. Hit me up, Jesus. All right. If you guys have not seen the opportunity to come out to the mastermind, I would highly recommend it. Yesterday was a bonus day. We did a ton of stuff on it. It is 9597. Got it? All right, we're going to call Anna on the phone right now so we can get this nice and accurate. Can everybody hear Anna right now while it's ringing? Facebook user, click that StreamYard link so I can see your name. You know what though? I wasn't comfortable on the phone with sellers when I got started. Like I said, my knees were weak and my palms were sweaty, and I vomited on Nick's sweater, but he already forgetting. I'm just having fun.
Okay,
Anyways,
Anna,
it's repetition.
I'm calling you.
Hi, this is Anna.
And no answer. So we're just gonna pull San Francisco unless you.
It's too late. Pulling San Francisco. Oh, San Rafael is what she said. San Rafael.
San Rafael. Okay.
There you go. We'll pull that one. San Rafael. Anyways, yesterday we actually called a seller for a student that's out here at the mastermind, and you don't even have to be a sub 2 student. If you guys are not sub 2 students, you can join the mastermind, but I kind of want to get back out there because we were learning stuff. There's a ton of stuff in here that we didn't even know. We got to see how Pace and Cody are setting out their business, what they do, how to be in the business. It's just super neat. Tons of content. It's like being in the sub 2 mentorship on steroids, I feel like. It's just a ton of information, which is really, really cool.
Awesome.
There we go.
Filters, absentee owner, okay, 30%. Love it. Okay. So we have 855 properties found. Let's adjust it a little bit so we can give you some more properties. We want to get you to 1,000 here.
They're bumping with the music out here a little bit. Yay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What we will do is pull this for you, and we're going to get it just for the sake of time because I know people got to bounce. We'll finish pulling that list later, and we're going to send that over to you. Right here. Anna, what I need you to do, we have your cell phone number now. If you can text Nick your email, we'll send that out to you guys. We're at the different office, so our Wi-Fi is not the best. What I want to say is thank you guys for coming on here. She said it's not ringing. I don't know what's going on. I'm so happy you guys joined us today for this live.
I just texted you, Anna, so let's connect. We'll pull that data as soon as we get good Wi-Fi, and we'll send that over to you here.
Perfect. And guys, again, this is Nick's phone number, 480-819-9295. We want to help you guys. If this is beneficial, please let us know. You can keep commenting in the chat here. Comment on the creative page. Tag us. We see everything. We want to help you guys. I hope you like this today. We'll see you later. Bye.
Peace.